So guys, today I want to tell you a quick story about Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I read the biography of him, and there was a funny story how he convinced his mother that he's not gay. Because back then when he started weightlifting and he was a little, teenager back then, he started to collect all these posters of this muscle man. So wrestlers, boxers, powerlifters, and most of all bodybuilders, of course. His mother started to worry, and one day the doctor came across their home and she said, "Man, I have to show you something." Then they went into Arnold's room while Arnold was, doing his homework in the kitchen or something like that, and the mother said, "Look, I'm worried because when I go to Arnold's friends, all I see is, posters of naked girls, women, all of that, and when I look at Arnold's wall, naked men." And the doctor said, "Look, this is normal. A teenager always tries to find something or somebody to look up to, and most of the times they don't want to look up to the father. They look up to, strong men. This is nothing negative or nothing to worry about at all." And Arnold wrote that his mom even, shed some tears and cried and things like that. So he probably wasn't that pleased, and he wanted to convince his mom indirectly that he's not gay. So one time, a couple days after that, he met a girl and he said, "Do you like camping?" And she said yes. Then he said, "Okay, then bring your tent over our house," because in the neighborhood of Arnold they had some place where they could camp, and it was right in the area of Arnold's home house. Okay. So they went into the tent, wanted to camp, and right at the time when the girl was pulling her top off, his mom came into it, and he was, screaming, and he was crying, she was crying, sorry, said all the bad words to the girl, that she's a whore, a tramp, things like that. And then Arnold said to his mom, "Mom, I can't understand you. When I have all these posters in my room, you're worried about me. But even when I, do something with a girl in front of you, you're worried too. So what I have to do?" And she said, "Arnold, not in my house or around my house." So the next day or so, the girl's parents were not at their home, so he went to that place and made up with the girl, he said. Okay, so this was the quick story of Arnold. Like I said, this is nothing I invented myself. This is a story he wrote in his autobiography, Total Recall. I enjoyed reading it. It's a couple months, that I read it, but I found it interesting. And tell me your story. Did you have some bodybuilding posters where your parents worried, your mom, your dad? And if you like the story, you want more stories, I will have to look up, the internet, books or something like that. Share this video, give it a thumb up, and subscribe, of course. Bye.